Cells.
Cells.
Have you ever been in an institution? Cells.
Cells.
Do they keep you in a cell? Cells.
Cells.
When you're not performing your duties, do they keep you in a little box? Cells.
Cells.
Interlinked.
Interlinked.
What's it like to hold the hand of someone you love? Interlinked.
Interlinked.
Did they teach you how to feel finger to finger? Interlinked.
Interlinked.
Do you long for having your heart interlinked? Interlinked.
Interlinked.
Do you dream about being interlinked?
Interlinked.
What's it like to hold your child in your arms? Interlinked.
Interlinked.
Do you feel that there's a part of you that's missing? Interlinked.
Interlinked.
Within cells, interlinked.
Within cells, interlinked.
Why don't you say that 3 times? Within cells, interlinked.
Within cells, interlinked. Within cells, interlinked.
We're done. Constant K. You can pick up your bonus.
Tommy World Power? You don't name yourself Tommy World Power unless you're an expert. And he got. So where does that leave guys like me who are now coming into the space trying to, you know, take their two little mites and rub them together to try to, you know, maybe make 4. You know, I'm not working with a denarius. I'm not working with a big gold coin. I got 2 little mites that I'm trying to rub together. I'm like the widow, the widow in the Bible that takes her the last 2 mites that she has and she puts it into the offering plate. That's me. I'm that guy. So where does that leave me if my 2 little mites get stolen? Anyways, it seems the Ether Delta hacker has had success with targeting users of numerous platforms via a range of attack vectors. Some users have even claimed that less scrupulous exchanges work hand in hand with hackers. Oh my gosh! What a surprise! I would never have thought that unscrupulous exchanges will work hand in hand with hackers. This is what I'm talking about. Fake systems, fake people, things that make you go, right? Even though it's not proven. But again, the article is bringing out the point. What if some of these exchanges are in cahoots with these same hackers? Remember, guys, this is so decentralized, so unregulated, you can't even see what's going on behind the scenes. For all you know, your information that you're putting on there, your money, for all you know, there are people who are in cahoots with these people who are running the exchange. Remember, there's a lot of money to be made. There's a lot of money to be had. We're talking millions. We're not talking a few dollars. We're not talking hundreds of thousands of dollars. You're talking potentially hundreds of millions of dollars are up for grabs on these exchanges. So don't get it twisted when a newbie like me starts talking about fake systems and the frustrations. Don't get it twisted. I'm telling you, because I see it coming, and this article proves me right. I may not know a lot about cryptocurrency. I may not know a lot about how the sun revolves around the universe. I don't even know how gravity works, but I know it works, and I know people are scamming. Nevertheless, incidents such as this prove the dangers of trusting any exchange, decentralized or otherwise. Decentralized or otherwise. Don't trust any of those compromise. After learning of his losses, Tommy World Power embarked on a mission to have the hackers, the attackers' accounts at Binance and Coin Exchange.io frozen. A lot of people are going to be going on Binance because I think that's one of the places where you can go and get this SegWit 2 where you're going to get double your money, try to get rich. Gonna be a lot of people out there, a lot of you out there hustling to buy Bitcoin today because, or yesterday and today and the rest of the week, because tomorrow you want to get this SegWit 2. You want to get in there and try to double your money. And there are people out there who are going to be looking for people like you and get, boom, got your little behind. You want to get this money? Okay, we gonna get you. So, for all you experts out there and all you newbies, be careful. So Tommy Warpower is trying to get this guy's account frozen, where he believes they're being off, where he believes this person is offloading their hot ether. Anyway, trading volume on Ether Delta has been low since the exchange came back online. Users are torn between wanting to get their hands on desirable tokens such as Dragon Chain and wanting to avoid the site for security reasons. Dragon Chain, I believe, was Disney's version of blockchain. I think they gave the project over to some nonprofit. I read that like a few months back, I think. But anyways, Dragon Chain, Dog Chain, Cat Chain. Anyways, while work continues elsewhere on projects such as atomic swaps, investors are left with little options but to rely on exchanges despite their inherent risks. So the question of the day: do you think decentralized exchanges are safer than their centralized counterparts? Let us know in the comments below. That's what they're asking here in the article. So, Ether Delta hack, funds are still being stolen. Your boy Blockchain Joe was skeptical. He made a video, got a little backlash on it. Now I'm lashing back because this article just proves what I was feeling, what my intuition was telling me. Too much fake, too much nonsense. Now, if that wasn't enough, if that didn't convince you, here we go. Check this out. This article is a day old. Chinese programmer arrested over 20 million Bitcoin theft. Check this out. This also on Bitcoin News, news.bitcoin.com. Check this out. The news channel of China Central Television, CCTV 13, reported this weekend that the Zhongongyuan Oilfield Public Security Bureau of Henan Province, Henan Police, have been investigating a report filed by a Bitcoin investor alleging that funds were stolen from his Bitcoin wallet. According to an incident report filed on July 27th, a Henan resident surnamed Wu stated that he lost 188.31 Bitcoin, people. 31 Bitcoin. Valued at over 3.4 million CNY at the time. Wu is said to be a professional investor. There goes that word again, people. Professional. But I'm just a newbie. Anyways, who stepped into the new digital currency world in 2016. In early 2017, he was invited into a group of Bitcoiners on WeChat, a popular Chinese messenger app. So instead of using WeChat, let's insert Telegraph. Not that Telegraph is known for this. But what I'm saying is, what I am alluding to is that it can happen on any social media platform. Any social media platform. So insert Telegraph, if that's what you use, or insert whatever name, social grouping app or social media, connection you use to parlay with all of these experts and people in the know, or just anybody. I don't care who it is. Just put that name in there, insert yourself in that large group, whether it's whale traders extraordinaire or whatever you want to call it. Put yourself in that group and in that platform. He was invited into a group of Bitcoiners on WeChat, a popular Chinese messenger app. Wu told the police that the group's moderator, named Dai, often shared links to news about crypto exchanges being hacked to warn group members how dangerous it is to keep coins on exchanges. Wu gradually began to show his concerns and added Dai as a friend for the safety suggestions. That's where his nightmare began. I think nightmare is an understatement when you have 188 Bitcoins stolen from you. It's not a nightmare, it's a living hell. This is where his nightmare began. The moderator sent Wu an application to generate a new Bitcoin wallet address. Bam! Mistake number one. Even I, as a newbie, knows. You just don't accept downloads and applications from anyone. Hence the reason why I have a separate device on which I do all my storing of information. I wiped everything completely. I used to have Showbox on my devices. I deleted all of that nonsense. Nothing that doesn't belong on my devices is on my devices. I do not connect to public Wi-Fi anymore. I have my own little Wi-Fi hotspot so that if I need to connect, I can do that. Or I use, for my phone, just for talking, like the phone I'm filming on now, I use my provider's Wi-Fi. But when I'm at home, then I do my own thing. So anything created by man can be hacked, compromised, so don't get it twisted. So the moderator sent Wu an application to generate a new Bitcoin wallet address. The victim downloaded the application and transferred all of his 188.31 BTC into the new address. Based on their WeChat history, Wu transferred his Bitcoin on July 16 and only realized his loss a week later on July 26 when he returned home from a trip. Wu immediately told Dai about the incident and demanded to meet the moderator in person, but was rejected. Instead, Dai transferred $120,000 to console the victim. I feel sorry for you. After all, I recommended you the wallet. Let me pay you 120,000 yuan as a gesture of goodwill, quote unquote. This had prompted Wu to call police, as he thought no innocent person would give such a large amount of money just to console a stranger. The police identified group moderator Dai as a suspect when the preliminary investigation was completed. On August 9th, Dai was arrested in Shanghai in cooperation with Henan authorities, with police seizing multiple laptops and 27 credit cards from his room. On one of the computers, the police discovered a Bitcoin wallet identical to the one downloaded by Wu. This guy got lucky. He's lucky that he was able to get his money back. How many people are not going to be so lucky? Again, fake people, fake systems and pinballing around, bling, 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 bling. You already heard the sound. I don't need to make it again. This is what I'm talking about, people. You can get got. During a police interrogation, Dai admitted his crime. It turned out that Dai was a programmer. He would crack a genuine Bitcoin wallet, writing a small program that automatically transmits users' accounts, names, and passwords. Once someone downloads and sends Bitcoin into the wallet, Dai would simply transfer the assets into his own wallet and sell them on the exchange right away. The criminal has committed 3 separate thefts in such a way involving over 20 million. That's about 3 million USD. At present, the police have assessed and freeze Dai's bank accounts with 2 million recovered. Group moderator Dai will get what he deserves, but he was at least right about one thing. It is unsafe to keep coins on exchanges. This is a programmer and a thief telling people it is unsafe to keep coins on exchanges. A crypto investor this Saturday found that he lost 38.8 LTC to ETH and 2003 USD at huobi.pro exchange. And I guess these are all Chinese exchanges. I don't know. But anyways, as if it wasn't strange enough, the user noticed that there was no trading history on the exchange. He reached the customer service and was told that it was a technical problem which should be solved in 24 hours. Scam, fake system, fake people. So the article goes on to say that the next day, huobi.pro told him it was not a technical problem and that the user himself shall bear the responsibility for the loss because he didn't enable Google two-step verification. So, don't give out your private keys. Don't accept downloads from chat rooms and, links that people send. Make sure you set up your two-factor authentication, 2FAs. You'll see the acronym, two-factor authentication. You just have to be 100% safe in this space, and that's me. I'm the guy that's trying to take every precaution necessary. Not saying that anything can't happen to me, because you can take all the steps in the world and still get got. However, this is the world and the space that we're in right now. Unregulated, opaque, people from all over the place. You don't know who they are. You're putting your information out there. You're signing up for all these exchanges because there's a great deal. There's a new ICO, a new IEO, a new coin coming out. I'm not going to get sucked into that whirlwind just because there's all these new coins coming out. Most of them do nothing. The exchanges that they're on haven't been vetted. You don't know who's vetting them. You don't know what the process is, and you're putting yourself out there. Stick with what you know. I know Electroneum. I know Coinbase. Not saying that they can't get hacked, but at least I know GDAX. Cryptopia is the only exchange that Electroneum is on. I don't have my stuff sitting on Electroneum. I have like 100 coins sitting on of Electroneum sitting on Cryptopia Exchange, so that if I want to make a quick play, I can do that. But that's just 100 coins. If I lose 100 coins, if Electroneum is $1,000 a coin, then yeah, I'll lose money. But it's not $1,000 yet. It's barely 9 cents, 8 cents. So I'm not worried about those coins. If I get hacked for those coins, it's cool. People are always telling you, leave your coins on the exchange, so if you have to make a quick play, you can do it. Yeah, but look what's happening, man. People are getting their stuff siphoned off. Anyways, so two-factor authentication, or Google's two-step verification. Curious, because if that was the case, why was there no record of a trading history? huobi.pro so far has replied that there would be no compensation to the client and suggested that they let police deal with the incident. Another one of the big exchanges, OKEX, OKEX, has also witnessed a couple of safety incidents, one after the other, since China's ICO ban in September. China Finance Information reported that 9 Bitcoiners lost 600 BTC in total this October. A victim surnamed Wang lost 5 million CNY worth of BTC. He told news.bitcoin.com that it was difficult to file a police report because some police authorities think Bitcoin is unreal or a Ponzi, and refused to help recover something unreal. And when Wang turned to popular media services in the industry, they simply told the victim that they didn't want to mess with OKEX. As a result, he could only reach out to the traditional media such as Tuoniao, Tuoniao, and CFI.cn. I've never heard of any of these exchanges or places. And again, I'm assuming that this is all Chinese-based stuff. And Zaker, Z-A-K-E-R, to report details of his loss. So the question that they pose at the end of this article: do you have a clue why cryptocurrency safety incidents are on the rise in China? Leave your comments below. You guys can comment and leave that. I think the reason it's on the rise is because China is the largest Bitcoin miner, right? The most Bitcoin mining farms or, mining rigs right now. They're the biggest people. I know Russia's trying to create the world's largest, mining farm, or create the largest mining rig setup, or whatever it is that they're trying to do. But guys, you got to be safe in this space. Don't invest more than you're willing to lose. There's no reason to put all your Bitcoin on the exchanges or keep them in wallets. Figure out the safest place to store your Bitcoin. In my opinion, paper wallets are the safest. As long as you're downloading the paper wallet generator from a reputable place like Electroneum, you can go on their site, download the paper wallet creator. I believe, and don't take my word for it, do your own due diligence or research, I believe bitcoin.com, which is a legitimate site, also has a offline paper wallet creator. So if you have Bitcoin, you have Ethereum, you have Litecoin, before you invest, the first step is to figure out, how can I secure my investment? So before you start putting money into this stuff, figure out how you're going to secure it and how you're going to safeguard it. Once you figure that out, then I suggest making a purchase. Why? Because at that point, and then you're not scrambling trying to figure out, how you're going to, safeguard your stuff. You don't go out and buy a Lambo without figuring out how you're going to pay for the insurance and the maintenance on it, because everybody I see online is talking about going out and buying Lambos when this coin pops, or this coin hits the moon, or that one hits the stratosphere. But nobody's thinking about the maintenance. Nobody's thinking about the long term. You gotta insure it. You gotta put tires on it. You gotta have a safe place to keep it. All of these things need to be thought about before you decide to go out and invest your money. I'm invested in 2 cryptocurrencies, Electroneum and Bitcoin. And I know where my money is, I know where my coins are, and as long as I do my due diligence, I think I'll be safe. Not saying I can't, be hacked or something can't happen. Fire can burn down my house and burn one of my paper wallets up. But luckily for me, I have multiple copies in different places. Bank, family and friends, safety deposit boxes, everything is locked. If family wants to hack me, then they're gonna hack me, You're never completely safe, people, but you want to mitigate the risk. That's all I'm saying. Guys, stay safe, stay crypto, and I'll see you guys on the other side of this cryptocurrency madness. I'm out.
System of cells interlinked within cells, interlinked within cells, interlinked within one stem.
Fuck off, good job.
And dreadfully distinct against the dark, a tall white fountain playing.
Cells.
Cells.
Have you ever been in an institution? Cells.
Cells.
Do they keep you in a cell? Cells.
Cells.
When you're not performing your duties, do they keep you in a little box? Cells.
Cells.
Interlinked.
Interlinked.
What's it like to hold the hand of someone you love? Interlinked.
Interlinked.
Did they teach you how to feel finger to finger? Interlinked.
Interlinked.
Do you long for having your heart interlinked? Interlinked.
Interlinked.
Do you dream about being interlinked?
Interlinked.
What's it like to hold your child in your arms? Interlinked.
Interlinked.
Do you feel that there's a part of you that's missing? Interlinked.
Interlinked.
Within cells, interlinked.
Within cells interlinked.
Why don't you say that 3 times? Within cells, interlinked.
Within cells interlinked. Within cells interlinked. Within cells interlinked.
We're done. Constant K.